Hi, Professor. My name is Lovepreet Singh. My student ID is 2346824. Now I'm going to talk about in the last week we had a presentation. Like we had only two presentation. The first one is about culture. They talked about like a society, a large group of people where they are living and sharing culture, heritage. They also talked about subculture, counterculture, material, like material culture and non-material items. Uh, the non-cultural beliefs, norms, like it's a generality of language, a large scale of people, like a number of data. It's like a quantitative data. In sociology was born with the industrial revolution. It's not about our resources. A lot of scholars discriminate scholar issues. The industrial revolution is about like a massive change in agriculture, like or any kind of technology advances, and it also helps to increase and enhance efficiency. In they have talked about also capitalism, false false commitments, positive changes. They're like it's a kind of a new economic system that changes everything. They also talked about the conflict theory. As we know, conflict theory is the main and inevitable part of this whole course. As we know in every chapter, like there are also talked about by Karl Marx about conflict theory, like the symbolic interactionalism, culture, society, a large number of people living, sharing everything in a culture. There are some key terms like organic solidarity and structural functionalism, conflict theory. In the structural functionalism, as we imagine society is like a body, and every part of the body plays an important role to do everything. Like we know, to get oxygen, like a food, like a mouth for eating food, like eyes for watching everything. It means every part of the society of culture is plays an important and essential roles to get it to do it in a better way, and also in a balance. Organic solidarity means in the sophisticated era like a modern era, people do different jobs such as day jobs doctors, police officers, and teachers. All of them they depend on each other to survive, because one of them, any of them is very important for the society. They also creating the unity by doing everything. Conflict theory they also called as like a ruling the power everything they, because they call known as a ruling class. It explains how groups of society fight for power and resources. Ruling class is always in the high of the society. So like in our this chap we are recovering this chapter like a chapter uh, race and ethnicity. Uh, they are also shifting attitudes and visible diversity. The chapter starts with an example of the RCMP controversy about wearing a turban in 1919s, and they also highlighted how it was like a contentious can become normalized over the time and over the time. Like there are some more important terms: race versus ethnicity. The word race relates to physical traits, while ethnicity comes with a background of culture, because they are backward of the culture. In the racialization, when society label the groups according to their racial factors and what they are wrong, why not, like about genetically and race. In this the modern era, like the science differentiates them between genetic background and racial categories created by the society in our culture, because they are all different from each other. And the another main point is like stereotypes. Stereotypes, they are very strongest and simple ideas about any kind of a group of society. There are also another one as a prejudice, maybe a kind of negative feelings about somebody or someone according to their group of the society. In discrimination, we are talking about like unfair or not good actions against some people of the society just because of their status, like a low status or their different group or low caste something. uh, and they also talk about the mostly white privilege. There are some advantages that white people have in the society as compared to the normal people. Some easy ways to study race and ethnicity, like a positive approach, a critical approach, and the last one maybe interpretive approach. In the positive approach, it mostly focuses on the measurable aspects of race, like that we can imagine or like assume it. In critical approach, it's a kind of a different questions thinking, critical thinking, how we are thinking about their traditional ideas and looks on the different structures. In the last interpretive approach, it depends on a personal experience, like somebody experienced it personally, how it was and how it's going and how it will be of racial and ethnic identities. Yeah, there are also a group interactions and diversity. Encourage the people by using some theories as our ones to understand today's diversity of the today's society, and it make it easy to understand, observe it in a simple way. Like if we talk about population up and downs in Canada, many people live in like most of the people of Canada like live in the big cities like Toronto, Vancouver, Brampton. Their immigration policy, it makes the sim it makes from simple society like a multicultural society. Like in the past there is only like a Canadians or some a few different culture people. Like we are living in now Canada, and there are many countries and many culture. It makes it a multicultural society. Indians, Japanese, Chinese, Mexicans, Iranian, and many of the other cultures. And the immigration shifted from like a hard way to simple way, as they employs the rules, like make the policies according to the skills and education and the language proficiency. They are also looking ahead like to visible to make a good see to visible minority population that they are very low, estimated to help them to keep growing, and it will lead to a Canada's a great diversity and make them succeeded. Thank you so much.